married a black.
Hey, what's up, world? It's your boy DJ Mann. I'm in here with my boy Jess from Old West Smoke Company, and we got Jeremy in the building with us, man. Man, for the longest I had been telling people about Old West Smoke Company, talking about you guys briskets, and yeah, man. So now they finally get to see you guys, man. So what's up, man? What's up, Jess? How's everything going
with me in business?
What's up, Ant? Say what's up, DJ? What's up, man? Yeah, how's everything?
You're talking to me or somebody on there. Man, business is good. I mean, we're in the food business, and it's, at New Year's, everybody makes a resolution to go to the gym and not a food truck like mine, but we've been blessed to offer, several options and keep customers happy and stay relevant and stuff like
Still got the keto taco, baby.
Yeah, we got our keto
Still
taco.
got the keto taco, baby.
Got the keto taco.
It's a fried cheese tortilla shell. There's no carbs. Pretty good.
I understand that you have a new show that you're working on also.
Yeah, so me and you got a new show.
What's up, Empty?
What's up, Empty? What's up, Anthony?
I can't see the screen, so if I don't tell you how, that's why. I'm not trying to be rude.
What's up, Joy? Joy.
I mean, I can see it. I'm just
so we got a new TV show that we're working on called 409 Foods. So I know a lot of you guys are from around the world or wherever at, but in the 409 or Southeast Texas, we're doing something where we just shine the light on underrated hidden gems of good food.
Yeah, man. So far, go ahead, Joy.
I've watched a couple of them.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right.
Love it. So I watched the Benny's one, and I love the people over there are great, and their food's phenomenal.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Benny's Pizza.
Phenomenal. I watched the one with Q, and I just met them at New Year's in Justice.
Yeah.
Great people. I haven't had their food, but y'all got a good thing going. Y'all got a great thing going.
Man, we appreciate it, man. What's been your favorite one so far?
Mine or Jeremy?
You.
Mine so far, man. A Q was really fun.
Yeah.
That was our first time to have a blooper.
Yeah, definitely.
That was our first time to have a smooth sailing event.
I feel like the nerves were out of the way by the time y'all got to the Q.
And I feel like every one that we do since then is just getting better and better. Like the Christian one, I was really happy with yesterday too. I'm excited to see that.
I can't wait to see that one. The Christian boy.
Hold on, Ant got a question for you. You say, what's your favorite barbecue or steak restaurant in Southeast Texas and Tex-Mex as well, and possibly visit a friend that lives in that area? So you want to know what's your favorite barbecue and steak?
So
Tex-Mex.
That's two different things. Yeah. Barbecue place and steak.
That's three different things. You said barbecue, steak, and Tex-Mex. So Tex-Mex, I'm gonna go straight to my boy Tony Salazar with Taste of Texas.
All day.
Tex-Mex barbecue. That dude right there is unparalleled to anybody else, and not just good food, but food you ain't gonna eat anywhere unless you get it.
Let me say this right quick. Empty. I just did a church in ACAL. I forget the name of the song, but it's on the video list, man. Go check it out. It's on the channel. My bad.
No, you're good. Steak place. Jeremy was just talking about a steak place.
Burton's Backyard Barbecue. They just opened a new place in Cheek.
Cheeks.
Shout out Cheeks.
Their steak, absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it, but I take his word on it because
I'm a fat kid and I like steak. I mean, is this what we're absolutely okay? I'll take it. Their steak is amazing, absolutely amazing. It's not some bullcrap steakhouse stuff that's just like thrown down and covered in like kosher salt and weird. It's just a down home, amazing, very well cooked steak.
Redhead neighbors say we're making her hungry. Already Empty. I appreciate you, bro. Hey, we had a barbecue gig around here.
That's pretty cool, Joy.
For sure. Man, so look, we're gonna get into a couple of topics, man. I told you guys that I can't be racist because I have a white friend. Here he is. And he brought a white friend. You see how the love just spread?
This is my brother.
Yeah, so we family.
My brother too.
Yeah, we family.
Exactly. Your brother's my brother. You're my brother.
You know what? Ain't they say? That's what they say. Racists say. I got.
That's what racists say.
No. I'm talking about. I got a white friend. I got a black.
Yeah. I got two black friends. I'm not racist
at all.
I've heard it. I've never. I've said it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think stereotypes are hilarious.
It's one of the funniest things there is.
You gotta be able to laugh at that stuff.
Because if you can't laugh at yourself and like the things that people portray you or anybody,
some of it, like as long as there's some truth to it, man. Some of it is just ignorance.
Anthony, is there a good Cajun restaurant around And where's he
Let me
staying?
see. Is that
Touch
good
of
Cajun
Cajun.
roots? Yeah.
We live in here too. Where do you live in Southeast Texas? We live in Beaumont, Mid County. They call it the Gold Triangle. It's Beaumont, Orange, Port Arthur.
Yeah, we live in Southeast Texas.
Yeah.
Just know that.
Heart of Southeast
Yeah.
The armpit of Texas. That's where it's at.
The armpit
The
of
butt
Texas. I
crack
don't know.
of
The
Texas.
But Anthony, yeah, Touch of Cajun is a phenomenal place out here.
Kenny Mean.
Touch of Cajun Cafe, that guy is on point. They got crawfish tonight, actually.
Oh.
Yeah, if I wasn't broke, I swear.
Yes.
I'm waiting to pay.
From a guy that grew
Hey,
up.
look, Joy say they had barbecue from all over gathered for a cook-off. That sounds like what you got coming
Yeah.
up.
Oh yeah, we got the Southeast Texas Craft Barbecue Festival.
Yeah, in February the 11th, right?
Yep, February 11th.
Yes, sir. We will be there in the building. We might look. You think we should go live one time, bro? On YouTube?
Absolutely, because man,
That was
now we
your
turn into a
house.
cooking show. Like we might not even talk about no politics.
Let me see what we got. I just started searing garlic butter in the cast.
Oh,
That's what's up.
Oh, where you
My-
at?
my
I'm on my way
favorite-
there. That was this
You
podcast.
say, what's your favorite
Yeah.
cut of steak?
My favorite cut of steak, honestly, is a ribeye, and it could be several different kinds. I mean,
What's up,
Wagyu is
James?
cool, but sometimes Wagyu is so fatty it's not a good texture. So I just like a good marbled ribeye or prime rib.
If it's a
Hey,
Wagyu,
what's
I just
up,
want a
Eternal?
fillet, a regular steak, ribeye all day.
Yeah, ribeye is
All
my
day.
favorite.
All day. Because you have 3 different textures in that one steak right there.
And you got
All
the
day.
fat cap you can take off that
Yes.
filet mignon out of, wrap it in bacon.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I like steak, but I'm really trying to stay away from red meat.
I know you told me. I'm gonna
Yeah.
pray for you, but it's
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That, not everybody makes good life choices.
He's there because of his job. He says where he lives, he has a lot of people.
Yeah.
Cajun around.
Beaumont is where we
Thanks.
live. And matter of fact, one of the Cajun sayings around here is they say "le bon temps roulé," which means let the good
Let
times
the
roll.
good times roll, baby.
That's Mardi Gras lingo right
You
there.
feel me? Yeah, because Beaumont is right on the border between Dallas and Baton Rouge.
Not Dallas.
It's between Houston and Louisiana.
Yeah, it's between Houston and Louisiana. Dallas is way up north from us.
4 hours.
Hey, shout out my boy Don. What's up, Don, man? One Nation in the building. What you got, big country?
Yeah. Yeah.
You say one of y'all look like Roy Nelson.
Roy Nelson Jr., the Big Country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, him. That's.
Oh, I don't know who that
You don't know
is.
who Roy Nelson, Big Country, is UFC fighter.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. My bad. Took me a second. Appreciate
Trying
it.
to say
Big
Eternal
country.
is always cooking up something, bro.
Just
You
fry
say-
some peppers.
Onions, garlic with some Sam Bull chili paste
What?
and grilled chicken breast.
What?
You know how I feel about them breasts.
Yeah, I'm a breast man myself.
You feel me?
And a thigh guy.
I like the thighs too.
I like it that. Oh, wait. Never mind. We're talking about chicken still.
Oh yeah, that's right. We talking about chicken.
Yeah, okay.
Chicken.
There's not much of a booty on the chicken.
Who y'all rooting for in the playoff? You know I'm going with them boys, bro. Stop playing.
What's the playoff?
Oh, my God. I hate you.
I don't sports.
He don't sports, man, but I'm rocking with them boys, man, till the wheels fall off. And
I am
luckily
too.
for us,
Cowboys.
All day, every day.
unluckily for us, bro, the wheels probably gonna fall off next week. But
Monday.
on Monday night, so everybody can see. You
Monday
feel me?
night,
The
yeah.
only game on Monday.
Yeah. Save us a spot on the couch. 'Cause we'll be there
Redhead
soon.
We
But
love Texas food too. Thank you.
Keto, you eating all the steak you want.
That's true.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
He's on a spiritual journey.
Man, you feel me? Yeah, bro. I'm trying to stay away. Oh, look, only clean meat. You feel me? No sodas, no bread.
So if you
No
run that
sugar.
steak under some water for a second, it's clean meat.
Not really, bro. It's still red.
If you pray over it,
If you pray over it,
it's clean meat.
I pray
Okay,
on every meal.
that could be true. But I'm staying away from red meat. You feel me?
It's like I save my prayers for other things.
Yeah,
God's
man.
busy.
I love Texas food, and Texas food love you. You feel me?
Anthony, you weren't offensive. Well, hold up. Let's look at it.
What's
So I
this?
gotta read this. It says, to meet your friend, your brother kind of looks like, I don't mean this to be offensive, but one of the guys from Duck Dynasty. I hope I'm not being offensive. Man,
That is
If
one
I
of the
had
guys
a
from
dollar,
Duck Dynasty.
if I had a dollar for every time
he's
I was told
actually
that,
an avid duck hunter out here too, which is crazy because he's in the marsh all the time. It's a duck hunting thing to have a beard.
it is. I have an outdoors
That's why I don't
podcast,
have
Tagged and Banded Outdoors. We have a podcast. I duck hunt my ass off. I used to guide duck hunts. It's huge. So no, it's not offensive. But if I had a dollar for every time I was told that, I'd be a gazillionaire right now.
Dude, you can't lose time on that.
Man, my boy Don said he'd rather have a plate of turkey necks, chicken gizzards, and
Hey,
gravy.
Bo.
Oh.
Okay, are we talking fried
Look,
gizzards
look.
and some livers
You
too?
talking your language.
Bro,
Give
no,
me
don't even
some
fry
gravy,
that gizzard.
some Tabasco
If you
in it.
take them gizzards and make a gravy, oh my god.
See,
Oh my
we
god.
ain't against
Hey,
that either, my
look,
man.
check this
Oh,
out.
that's my favorite
Bro, remember I
food.
told you about the audience?
Yeah.
You get lost in it.
I'm telling you, bro. And look at it, y'all guys just fit right on in.
Hey,
Right.
y'all know what though? You want to know something crazy? So check this out. We just did some smoked bologna on our food truck. Like I took logs of bologna, smoked this stuff, and put bologna sandwiches out there. I'm gonna tell you,
It's like your childhood sandwich grew up.
it's amazing. Smoking the bologna, then frying it, get some Big Mac
Hey.
sauce on there, some lettuce. I mean, I tell you, it's
That Boudin burger was pretty good.
that boudin, the donut burger.
The Christian,
Yeah.
the Christian,
Yeah.
yeah.
You get a
And bacon.
smash boudin burger.
I've done those before. Did
You
you
always
make,
say red meat can be bad if you have a tendency
For
to
sure.
gout.
I
You
hear that.
feel me?
I hear that.
that's how I learned
For
about
sure.
Hey,
gout.
what's up? Love it, man. It's been a minute since we seen Love It around. You feel me? Shout out Love It.
Food question.
Food question: when you guys cook real, do you remove
Yes.
the membrane or just leave it on?
No, I remove it.
You remove it every time.
I'm gonna tell you why. I used to not be a believer in that, but here's the thing: I cooked a rack of ribs side by side, one with the membrane off, one with the membrane on. The one with the membrane on, I could clearly taste a cardboard-like texture or consistency at the bottom, where the one with the membrane off just came right off the bone. It was just pleasurable, chew through meat.
When I grab my rib and I shake the bone, if the meat doesn't come off, it ain't right. With that membrane on it, won't do it.
So apparently, Love It, we're talking about food tonight. We had other topics that we was gonna talk
We
about,
did.
but those been tossed to the side
I'm
for
fat.
some big boy conversations around it. You feel me?
We can talk about it. Let's get into it.
I'm liking the
Pork loin that's smoked dry. It's like jerky, but
we like this thing we make. It's clean.
Eternal, where you from?
It's all about watching temperature.
Eternal be having some stuff going on, bro. I'm telling you.
It's
I
alright.
told her she gonna have to ship me a plate or something, bro, because she be having every time she come through.
You want to know the craziest thing I ever had to eat? Never had it again since I've been there. We went to Arkansas one time and I had this stuff called chocolate gravy.
Chocolate gravy.
And it's a breakfast thing that they put on biscuits. And
A
I'll tell you,
fondue?
it's the craziest thing. It was sweet like chocolate, but also salty like a gravy. And it was the consistency of gravy. And it went on biscuits. I'm gonna tell you, I was
Okay.
weirded out, but when I tasted it, it was like chocolate and buttered gravy.
So you say that. I had a buddy in the Army, last name was Hastings, and he asked if I ever had a rabbit covered in chocolate. And I just thought he was
One of
full
the
of,
Easter bunnies.
that's exactly what I thought. I thought he was full of crap. Apparently they make this chocolate-based gravy, coat
Yes.
rabbits in it,
Yeah,
and bake them in it.
that's weird.
So, hey, Issa, I have another one for you, brother. He looks like one of the bearded butchers. The
On
guys
TikTok.
from-
Yeah, the one with
With
Brock
Brock
Lesnar.
Lesnar. Yeah.
Have you seen those guys on TikTok?
Yeah.
Those guys
Yeah.
are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I
You
wish
guys
we were-
overcooked with chilies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
man.
yeah.
So we
It's
do
Texas.
Tex-Mex.
You
Yeah.
feel me?
We do Tex-Mex stuff. We do chili itself, but we also do a ramen, a brisket ramen, and in that brisket ramen we use the anchoto or the achote powder, the achote chilies, and we get the powder of that and use it in our ramen broth and stuff. So
And if you really want to talk chilies, he did that Diablo chicken
Ooh.
Diablo taco.
I heard about that.
yeah,
I'm the winner.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh, dang, you won?
Yeah, he did win it. 5 people, 4 of them knocked and tapped out. This guy won, poured a beer in his trophy and drank it.
Not everything's worth winning. I'm gonna tell you that
But he
right
said
now.
he said he couldn't.
How was it coming out?
So I ate the first taco and I was like, that ain't shit. I ate the second one, I was like, that's like crawfish. I ate the third one and I was like, at the very end, it was the consistency for me that got me, not the heat. Okay, so I eat the third one, I get it down, and then like he had like a 5 minute.
a glass of milk in front of him.
And they set the glass of milk, and I slid it out of the way.
But before 5 minutes, you lose.
I slipped the glass of milk out of the way, and I'm waiting for this cold beer that's sitting in front of me. Right,
Yeah.
5 minutes come up. They gave me my trophy. I poured that beer in my trophy, and I drank it. And I was like, "What
So
a bad."
my question, bro, that's something I've always had a concern with when it comes to that Diablo. How was it passing through?
That's where the problem was.
Exactly. See, that's
So,
that's
I went
what
to the
I'm
bar
ready
that
for.
night because I'm not smart. So I went to the bar that night, and I was having a great time. And then I had a fireball shot, and that cinnamon shot on top of all that, lava from both ends for 3 days straight. That's just all I'm gonna say.
I remember still day 1, hey, still haven't used the restroom correctly. Day 2, still haven't used the restroom correctly. Day 3, it was like day 4, he was like, hey man, I think we're good. I don't have to go to the hospital or nothing.
I sent him a picture of the first solid turnout.
That was gross. Yeah, it was.
Just to let them know you okay.
I was proud of it. It finally happened.
So look, my boy Anthony said, have you ever done a smoked peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
So we haven't done a smoked peanut butter jelly sandwich on the truck, but we do breakfast as well. And so we got this thing called the stuffed peanut butter and jelly French toast, where we take Uncrustables, dump in the egg wash with cinnamon, real vanilla from Mexico, and then we grill that on the flat top, dust it off with real caramel, some cinnamon toast crunch, and some whipped cream on top. And it is freaking money.
Joy say I call bologna Keystone Steak. Bro, I grew up on it. Everybody grew up on bologna.
I hear they smoke a lot of bologna up north. You know, like I say up north in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma, when I was stationed in Oklahoma in the Army, they did that a lot.
Being that you guys are around a lot of Mexican people, have you?
Yes. Man,
Yeah,
so look,
sure.
can y'all follow?
Have you
Look,
ever
go to Old West Smoke Company on Facebook. Go to Old West Smoke Company on Instagram and TikTok. Check this out. Not only do we do barbacoa, but we smoke it on
was
the
one of
pit.
my favorite.
We do
foods.
beef cheek because there's a lot
Man,
of different meats you can
His
use.
TikTok is lit, bro. I'm letting y'all know that now.
Thank you, man. Old
100%.
West Smoke Company. I don't know if you
For sure.
see the stuff, but
This is my logo.
I just say that because all these foods y'all are asking me about, I actually have TikToks of us doing these foods, and I think y'all would really enjoy that.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah, you kind of see his shirt right here. Old West
So I
Smoke.
move my beard out of the way. You can see it. Oh, let's smoke on.
Let's see what else we got, man. Insane.
Sure.
Membrane.
Food, my favorite topic.
You feel me? Straight up. What's the go-to wood for smoking? I go with pecan and apple wood.
So, man, down here in Texas, we use oak. Oak wood.
Oak is king.
Sure,
And
yeah, that's right.
There's
That's what
parts.
eternal.
There's parts of Texas, because Texas is so big, there's different hemispheres, but there's parts of Texas that just swear by mesquite and hickory, and then there's parts of Texas that just swear by oak.
That's what I grew up on, mesquite and hickory.
Yeah, and I did too, and
Yeah.
I love that for grilling. If I'm gonna do a steak,
That's
I'm not
probably
against,
what it was.
I'm not against
yeah.
using that, but if I'm
Yeah.
smoking something, I'm using oak.
Yeah, for sure. Eternal redhead neighbor says she make chocolate.
You make chocolate gravy, so tell us
Bro,
more about that. I ain't
you
never
have
had
to-
it since then. And I
You
ain't
have
never been
to
over
see redheaded neighbor, bro.
for sure. Is she on TikTok or something or
Nah,
Instagram?
she on Instagram. This woman told me her age. I'm not gonna say it, but
I want to know how to make this chocolate gravy.
You gotta
have
come
to-
down to Beaumont and man, we'll cook for you. You cook for us.
Exactly. Look, I'll make a freaking steak. You make a chocolate gravy.
We'll make some gumbo. We need to make some more sausage. We
Oh,
catch wild
100%.
hogs out here and mix it in with pork belly and pork shoulder, and then we'll grind it up and make a sausage out of it and smoke it on the pit. Big Betty, 8
Big
feet tall. 8 feet tall. Ooh, she cute.
how do you think she is?
Shut your face.
I don't play that game. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, I'm not fixing that. I
Uh-uh.
was gonna say 31 for real. I was gonna say 31, 32, maybe 33.
Bro, you hear me?
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I thought she was my age. And I ain't but 36, 37. I don't know how old I am.
I thought she was
I really
in her
want to
20s.
taste this chocolate gravy. I haven't had it since.
Look, if you
Just make cannolis this week.
I
never had
email
cannoli.
this chocolate gravy
I
recipe.
have,
Yeah.
it's not my favorite, but I got a sweet tooth, so I've never turned down that sweet anything.
I'm not a sweet eater.
I'm not either. That's probably why I never had one.
No.
Slow
I
cooked
go
meats.
to, I got to read that over. I go to rub and treat.
Meat church.
These nuts.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
you're talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah, they're out of Waxahachie.
Yeah.
I had to read that over. If
So
when I
meat
first read it,
church-
it seemed like he was
Yeah, I
saying,
know.
I go to rub meat. Like, hold on, what?
No, meat church is legit, and they also got seasoning out there called chicken shit.
Yes, and then they got bullshit, this
Yeah.
shit, the best
Yeah.
shit, all the shit,
It's,
this shit.
it's pretty cool. Y'all check
Yeah.
that stuff out too.
Like, that's crazy. I didn't know they got put me on game. Rabbit covered in chocolate. I tried it.
He said,
Was it good? Like, I've never.
He
I
said
didn't
No, he
try
said
it.
he would
Oh,
try
I
it.
would. I would love to try it.
Slow cooked meat can't beat
You're
it.
dang right. Slow and low. As I'm gonna tell you something about it.
Slow and low. Look at it, man.
Just like your belly.
But-
Oh, man.
Oh man, look at it. Empty. My bad. I was laughing so hard I hit the wrong key. Oh, they talking to each other. A strawberry.
Rhubarb, strawberry pie. I've never had rhubarb.
Never.
You turn me off with strawberry
Yeah.
pie. Like,
Yeah, it's kind of. I might take a strawberry pudding or something.
you feel me? Maybe.
A strawberry
Maybe.
cake?
Yeah, strawberry cake, but-
yeah.
Man, pie. I want cherry pie,
Strawberry
apple pie. I want blackberry pie.
Chocolate
Man,
pie.
apple
Oh my
pie,
God.
bro.
Pretty good.
Hey, a
Apple pie.
buttermilk pie though.
Buttermilk pie. Sweet potato pie is one of my favorites.
What is wrong with y'all?
What?
Are y'all listening to y'all?
You like sweet potato pie?
I like sweet potato
Okay.
pie.
Yeah,
but
what's wrong with
buttermilk
you?
pie, bro. Buttermilk
So
pie.
it's like-
hold on,
It's
listen,
like
listen.
buttermilk biscuits, buttermilk pancakes.
Exactly, buttermilk biscuit, right? Buttermilk pancake. And now
Buttermilk
buttermilk.
pie.
Buttermilk.
Yes,
Wow.
it's like rich and creamy and just.
It's good.
Bro, it sounds like you bite it and throw up.
And
That's
that's
why-
what I thought when I saw it.
That's why you had it coming out at both ends. You
Right?
try too
No,
much
that's
stuff,
what I
man.
thought when I saw it. I ate it on accident because I put it on my plate at Thanksgiving, and you put it on your plate, you got to eat it, kind of deal. It's not bad. I love it.
Nah, man, I'm never doing that.
Tell
Anyone that try? Yeah, I like those
So
peppers.
our Diablo
My
Taco
grandma used to
challenge,
grow those.
that's, man, I can't take a whole lot of heat like that.
What
But
all was in the
our-
Diablo Taco?
The Diablo Taco challenge has ghost peppers and Carolina Reaper extract in it, so it's
And it had
and
Reaper cheese,
yeah,
and
Reaper
fresh
cheese,
jalapenos,
yeah,
and
fresh
cilantro, and serrano.
Mexico vanilla is the best. That's the only vanilla to use.
All day, every
It's just
day.
like having a real Mexican Coke. It's not like having a Coke here in the United States.
How do you regulate temperature when you're smoking turkey or a whole hog? Is it hard to do when you have a food truck?
Not at all, because all of our pits are back at home, and they're not on the food truck. We cook or when I say back at home, back at our home base, we cook at our commissary, and then we basically prep the food, bring it on the food truck, and then just assemble everything.
Bro, every time you say commissary, I just think of prison.
I know, me too. But that's what they call it.
I know kidding. Oh, I learn something new every day.
If you ain't learning, you ain't doing it.
Yeah, Phil, I learned something new this whole podcast. I really just been blowing my mind. We got chocolate covered rabbits.
It's like country gravy, just me joy. It's like country gravy but with chocolate. I don't know how to make it, but it was really good. I was surprised.
Have you ever tried to go to YouTube University about it?
No,
I'm
what?
gonna look it up.
I just feel like it's like, you can go to YouTube and learn how to make gumbo. It don't mean it's gonna be the same gumbo you had last time.
Yeah,
feel you.
I'd
Yeah,
rather learn how to make gumbo from some lady the last name was like Thibodeau that doesn't really know how
Oh,
to
yeah,
speak English.
that's how you learn it.
And I'd rather learn how to make
Yeah.
chocolate gravy from some girl that makes chocolate gravy. You know what
Right,
I mean? Like that's,
right.
you gotta connect with me on Facebook or something, OS, so we can figure this
I'm
out.
gonna make sure y'all get in touch
That's
with
what's
us.
up. Heck yeah.
You know what you should try making and add it to your menu? Smoked rice pudding or bread pudding.
We've done bread.
Oh,
Rice.
dude, rice pudding.
Rice. Well, I don't know.
I think they're saying rice pudding.
Smoked rice. It actually sounds good.
So I've done dirty rice and put it on the smoker before,
Jambalaya.
like a jambalaya.
Yeah. Boy,
So,
I love jambalaya.
I made a jambalaya. That's my
Oh
favorite
God.
thing to make. So look, Just does barbecue and stuff.
I heard about such.
I do gravies.
He's a
I
good
do
cook.
gravy, fricassee, jambalaya. Like I do like down home, stupid like.
Yeah, like Southern meals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And we
So,
talking about Southern.
I made a
Yeah,
jambalaya
real.
one time. Yeah.
Oxtail.
I made a jambalaya one time, and I was smoking. I don't remember what. And I was like, I'm gonna heat that jambalaya up because I had some leftover. And I threw it on the pit and rolled smoke over it.
Huh.
Stupid.
It's-
good.
yeah,
Hey, boy, what y'all know about that, man? So you say you got a friend that stay in Southwest California near the Mexican border in Arizona. He has a friend that smokes his meat in the in-ground brick pit.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, for
Yes.
real, man.
We did a whole hog like that at the deer lease one year.
Man, my grandpa put me on game with that, man, when I was young. I just thought that was amazing.
That's a form of cooking that I don't have a lot of experience in, but would love to
Yes.
experience more with it. Because out here, we're using stick burns above ground because we're just, we got a business to run.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you, if I had an establishment, I would not mind an in-ground pit.
Well, and the problem is though, in Southeast Texas, the in-ground pit, the moisture in the ground is so
Yeah.
bad.
It's humid out here.
It's like if you dig 3
Arizona's
foot,
a dry area.
right? You dig
Well,
3 foot in the ground, you got water.
Yeah.
So it's hard to do it here.
I don't know what we did it actually, I don't even know if it was legal because I don't know if that's legal. We did it in the city limits. I don't think you could actually do that.
I mean,
but it was
as
in my
long
grandpa's
If you
backyard.
didn't get caught, it's not illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, so we dug it and then laced it with the bricks and everything, man, and it was straight.
We did it in Starks, Louisiana at the deer lease, and it was pretty good.
Hold on, whoa, wait a minute.
What is that?
I see you red-headed neighbor, but we got to get to Kev. Kev, what in the world is hair pie,
What is
bro?
hair pie? That makes you sound like you want to bite into it and throw up.
Wait.
Better not when you get a hair.
I know what he's
Is that
talking
rabbit
about.
pie?
No.
No.
What is he talking about?
Wait, never mind. My mind went the
Wait,
wrong direction.
Where you
with that.
shake your head and mix
No,
it.
I went way down
petroleum
south
jelly?
with that. You know, like,
This made sweet vanilla cupcakes.
That's what's up, brother.
Buttercream icing. Ooh wee.
That sounds real good.
Look, I don't really do sweets, but I might get a bite of that one.
Yeah, for sure. I love sweets. Y'all bring me all the sweets I got. But
I'm gonna have them, bro.
how do you spell here?
H-A-I.
Yeah. He's talking about
We
eating.
have an apple
eating lunch down
festival
at
in
the Y.
October.
Ah,
Strawberry
hair pie.
festival.
Yeah, that's exactly what that
Eating
is.
lunch at the Y.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
He said hair pie is his favorite. He said Jimmy said he's talking about eating once with the Y.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I figured that.
I was dumb to that. My
I
bad.
like to
I figured
it,
that, but I didn't want to go that way. That's why I kind of skimmed over it.
Oh yeah, I instantly went that way.
I see. Let me clarify. The guy, he hangs around with his half Ecuadorian and Mexican. He's cooking what is that?
Al pastor, it's a pork. It's like
Yeah.
a red marinated pork. It's good stuff.
Okay.
Really good stuff.
And barbacoa is good stuff too.
I know what that is.
Yeah.
It's the best taco she's ever had. Oh, yeah. All right, here we go. Rabbit with chocolate sauce is Sicilian.
Sicilian, okay.
That's what Eternal. I knew she was something exotic.
Yeah.
That you a newly single judge?
Yeah. I am.
Boy, hey, yes, you can cook too.
Yeah. Well, that's what I mean. I like to bounce ideas off each other.
Yeah. There we go.
Is that all you?
Give me a holler, Eternal.
Yeah, man. Look, I promise everybody that come on here try to holler at Eternal.
I
Bro.
bet so.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's funny.
Eternal gonna end up being a 65-year-old man.
Oh man.
In their mama's basement,
Yeah,
Pop-Tarts.
Oh, man.
Talking about they know how to make.
Give me a hot pocket, mom.
Talking about they know how to make chocolate red.
Oh man, that's so.
I'm gonna use a mesquite and cherry wood when you're smoking your meat.
Just oak, man. Mesquite's not unheard of out here in some parts of Texas, but we just stick with oak. It's got a good smoky flavor.
Good rich flavor.
I told you the food guru.
Yeah, who?
You. Every time we do the show, that's why I'm like, bro, you the go-to guy when it comes to food, bro. Let me see what else we got here. What's the best thing you got on the flat top? Ooh, that's
I'm
good.
gonna tell you the best thing that we sell on the flat top is our queso brisket tacos. It's just like a birria style taco, but we use brisket or smoked brisket, and that's probably our best. It is our best seller. We actually took it off the menu
100%.
one time. We took it off the menu one time, and people walked away because we didn't have them. So
100% bestseller.
Oh, we way behind on comments. Y'all, we're gonna try to catch up on some of these comments real quick. What's the best thing? Flat top. Red eye gravy. I heard of that before.
I love some red eye gravy.
collard greens with bacon,
Facts.
cabbage with bacon.
All
Facts.
day, every day. Cabbage and bacon was my grandpa's
Well, I
favorite.
love me some greens, bro.
Oh, yeah.
So Anthony, real quick, that is the traditional way. That's an absolutely authentic way to cook those in-ground pits.
That's an art to smoke food. That's facts.
You're absolutely right.
Yes.
Mustard greens for sure. Revenge of the Nerds movie. I don't know what you talking about.
Well, Kev, you wild, bro.
Yeah, apple pie.
No, exact. No, I know.
No, I know,
exactly.
yeah.
The hair pie.
Hey.
That's where it come from. Oof, that's rough.
All right, let's see.
Wow, bro. When you say you got some followers, you got some followers.
We got fam. That's fam.
That's all I
Best
like.
smoking. So we got a huge pit dug out. To go
Absolutely, Eternal. You're absolutely right. So we have something called the Cajun microwave. It's above ground, but it's basically a big metal box that we set a grill underneath, and you put your meat above that fire.
I seen them do that to links.
You
Yeah.
put coals on
Yeah.
top of
Yeah,
it too.
coals on top of
Like,
it.
Coals
hold
on
on,
top
so
of it.
they do it to links and racks of ribs.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's called
We did a whole
it's a
hall.
takeoff of a Mexican thing called a conchilla. They call it the Kunas microwave or a Cajun
And
microwave.
let all the grease drain out the meat and
Yeah,
stuff.
everything goes inside of it. It's metal lined, and you put
Awesome.
your coals on top of it, and it cooks from the outside in.
Apollo said, hello, first stream. I also went and watched the pizza video. Great job, amazing content.
Oh,
Thank you.
appreciate it, bro.
That's
That's
a
what's up.
collaboration we do. We support other food places out here, so we collab a lot with pizza places, burger places, you know.
We got some drink spots coming up
yeah,
also.
absolutely.
Do you guys ever smoke beef, tripe, pork, tripe?
See,
Man,
now
I
you're
mean-
talking about some stuff I've had down in Mexico. 3-5 is absolutely a taco you will not see much around here. It's there's a lot of people down there in Mexico that make it, and you got to make sure the intestines are cleaned out really good. But it is a good taco if you like that weird stuff.
Boom. You see that? Yes, family. We sure live, man. We locked in
That's
right
what's
there.
up.
You feel me? All right. What about smoke, whistle pig, or roast? Best thing you ever try? I
I don't
guess.
know. Whistle
I don't
pig.
know,
Whistle pig's a whiskey, isn't it?
Oh, speaking of,
Say Dominican. I don't know what that is. I am Dominican Cuban.
Yeah. Anthony is that she?
That no, I think he kind of
Oh, I got you.
mixed up. So look, we're gonna touch on a few topics real quick, man. That I kind of want to get you guys' thoughts on, man. The first is y'all President Biden.
You say y'all's president.
What do y'all think about homie, man? I know he done got himself in a world of trouble bringing home classified documents and hiding by his Corvette.
This is where Kenny needs to be on the show.
I think
I don't get political.
that he is nothing more than a puppet.
All of them are.
Yeah,
And I think that
Most
he is too delusional to know what's really going on in front of him. And he has no clue what's happening.
They want y'all back already, bro.
And I just think it's a horrible ordeal. I don't think he's good for America.
Absolutely
What's
not.
what's the name of the IG, bro?
It's let me see. I think it's Old West Smoke.
Is it underscore old underscore West?
Yes.
Oh,
Old underscore West underscore Smoke underscore Company. That's the Instagram. My Instagram is for my food porn. I know y'all can't see that stuff right there, but my TikTok is actual videos of us doing stuff, serving stuff, you know. Jeremy's my brother. He's a diesel mechanic by trade, but he's been working with me on the trailer for a minute.
My boy Don say they got a meat shop outside of town and they sell shirts that say "No one beats our meat."
I know we
that's a long standing saying.
Absolutely.
That we only smoke the good stuff, but Just has the best one. It's hashtag Body by Brisket.
I love
Body
that.
by Brisket.
Body by
That's
Brisket. I love that. With some pigs or groundhog. Okay.
Okay, I got you. Like we call them like we'll have one of those groundhogs. Okay. No, I was thinking javelinas.
I got a question. If there's any good barbecue places in Southeast Texas? You want to know any good South?
Yeah, Paulo. So me, Old West Smoke Company, we're a good barbecue place for real. We're at Pine Tree Lodge every Monday and every Tuesday.
In LaBelle, Texas.
In LaBelle, Texas.
Shout out.
What about what's the one by the railroad track?
I was gonna say 1701 Barbecue, excellent as well. They're craft barbecue. That's what you want to look for is craft barbecue.
Blue Broussard and the gang down there. They're absolutely hammer life.
Don't look for anything that says backyard barbecue. Go look for something that says craft barbecue that looks like craft barbecue.
They got so sick backyard barbecue?
Man. And it looks like shoe leather. It looks like Bubba's backyard barbecue. I'm like, come on, man. Like, stay home with that stuff, bro.
They make a good steak.
Following now, they follow you.
No, I said Bubba's though. Like yeah.
So hey, what are y'all thoughts on y'all president? Biden. Man, he got documents from the Obama administration hidden behind this Corvette in his garage.
That just looks sketchy as hell, bro.
Bro, all of it, bro. Because look, they just gave Trump. Because I'm not a Trump fan,
Right.
but I believe in standards.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yes.
So if you're going to give Trump a hard time about doggone documents, like, come on, bro.
So what are your thoughts about it? You asking us, I want to hear what you think.
I think that it's all trash, bro. Like, it's all propaganda in the sense of they're not harping on this like they was harping on the stuff.
Because all they're trying to do is pit.
It's like we can't have these double standards.
Exactly.
Like, if it's a problem, then it's a problem for everybody.
Exactly.
If it ain't gonna be a problem, then it's
That's
only gonna be a problem for nobody.
All they're trying to do is pit Democrats against Republicans. They're trying to divide everything against everything. Whites and blacks or whatever races and whatnot, Democrats and Republicans, all that. And then it's a perpetual thing. It's
man,
horrible.
I just seen that, Don. Yeah, I just seen that when I was looking for.
Says Lisa Marie Presley just died today. Dropped down.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. R.I.P. to her.
That sucks.
Love it. I don't normally talk politics either, but I will tell you this. I got an opinion on this. So I heard somebody say one time that the government, we may not have kings and queens, but we got puppets. Okay, and here's the other thing too. The puppets, their main thing is to distract us because they win. And pretend I'm the government. This Republican, this Democrat right here, right? Yeah. I'm pushing them away and succeeding my goal by splitting them up because if they ever team up, I'm done with.
Yeah.
Me, the government, I'm done with.
100%.
But as long as I can create that division between 100%. You guys, you can't tackle me.
100%.
That's how I feel about the government.
That's exactly what it is.
I believe the left wing and the right wing belong to the same bird.
What is Dr. told Doctor? You have to I don't remember asking.
What is that?
He said, my thoughts are what his doctor told him. Doctor, you have dementia, Biden. Bitch, I don't remember asking. That's funny, man.
That is hilarious. Bro.
Yeah, you're right. But two wings, same bird.
Yeah, that's my boy Empty. He is the perfect puppet for our government because he is senile.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the hard, honest truth.
Yeah, he can't fight the powers be behind the scenes because he's too
My boy,
stupid.
Right.
don't say and Biden and excuse my language is a retard and capital.
Oh,
is retarded.
God.
Oh man, that is hilarious.
Bro, I'm dyslexic and can write a more coherent speech drunk than he can standing up talking.
And
They
I
always
got
fight against each other so they won't. So
correct.
they won't focus on them.
The moment that we unite, the moment that we team up, the government's over with.
100%.
That's why the Constitution was written so that the people always had the power.
Mhm.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's why we have the Second Amendment. Because you are legally, by the Second Amendment, allowed to be well armed with a well armed militia to stand up against your government.
Exactly. It's not meant to stand up against the guy kicking your door down. It's to stand up against the government that comes in to take things because they want to.
Exactly.
Man,
We ain't fixing to put up with that.
why do y'all, and y'all might not have the answer to this, but I figure I just say y'all
What you mean
people.
by y'all people?
I said, why do y'all think, like that knowledge of the government is lacking in the Black community? Like, we don't get taught like about amendments. Like, I had to go study these things.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you aren't raised, you're to the government, you're cattle. You're not going to be raised with an education. That's why there's poverty levels. That's why there's things that are pushed down. That's why the people, whether Black or just.
I feel like it's a lot about like what we were talking about earlier. It's not necessarily the race. It's the economic standards, and it's where you're at, and it's
the ghetto is the ghetto to a lot of different races.
Right,
Yes.
right, and it's
Right.
we're just going to teach these to these people, and we're going to teach this to this people,
We're going to have high class society,
and we're going to
low
keep the
class
classes
society.
the way they are, no matter what. Which is, in my honest opinion, absolutely ridiculous because everybody is just a person.
Hey, but I will ask you this. If we're going to touch on race just a minute. I do agree with the high class society, the low class society. How many high class society Black men and women do you see though?
But it's a lot of them.
There's a lot of
But see, this is the thing. This is what I be talking about with media propaganda. It's a lot of them, but they're not highlighted. It's like when we're talked
When
about
I say high class society, I mean like Elon Musk, Bill Gates, freaking, people who are billionaires by trade, not by.
But look at it though. We have people there for representation,
right?
But they're not talked about.
Yeah, they're hidden.
They're hidden.
Swept under the rug.
But it's like every time we're talked about in the media, you always hear it's either sports or something bad, and it's like it's so much good go around. Like just you be around me and people like Seth. You feel me? Like it's a whole community of Black people that are stand-up guys and doing things.
Absolutely.
But they're never talked. Like you don't hear us being talked about.
Absolutely, no. You don't see you being praised. You don't see you being. So to touch on this, we were talking about earlier about the stereotype of Black kids not having fathers. And here's the thing: I told him, I said, man, I know plenty of white kids that have fathers. Heck, I had a father growing up, and I love him very much now. But that man beat the mess out of me, and he was a cop. You know what I mean? Just because I was at home with a white kid with a dad, don't mean it was a good situation.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's a lot of people. I feel like it's a stereotype with the Black kids not having fathers because I see people like you and people like Seth who are outstanding fathers.
100%.
But you're right, you don't get the credit.
And to add to that, I know white kids that grew up and the only time that they knew they were going to eat at least twice a day for sure was during school because they knew they had breakfast and lunch.
I did too.
You know what I'm saying? So like that travels over in so many different dynamics.
Yes, and see that's the reason why I like to discuss things like this because that's the issue. It's like we're fed different versions of the truth
On purpose.
On purpose.
100%
agree. 100% agree.
And we got to understand why is that? Like, why are they trying to feed us different versions of the same thing?
Right. Yeah. Right. And I 100% think it's the vision, man.
Don, you're wrong for that.
It's totally against unity. What's up?
He said McDonald's is naming a burger after Biden. It's called the McBiden. It will consist of 80-year-old meat served between 10-year-old buns.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Hey,
if we're
gonna hit that one, then what's Biden and Walmart got in common?
What's that? Little boy's pants half off?
Little boy's pants half off.
Oh my God.
Bro, that was a guess. High five. Yes.
Hey, what's up, David? Look, they laughing at Don. Media uses fear and promises. Very true.
Absolutely.
Very true.
The media is the thing that divides us the most. People listen.
But the media, did you know the media has been doing that since like the 1800s?
Really?
Yes. So I was reading this thing the other day. My buddy Matt was telling me about. He's like huge into those. So his mom, Miss Julie, was telling me about this thing because I was telling her I was reading about way back in the day in like Jesse James days and whatnot. It was like, they were writing articles all crazy, and she said that there is proof and there is quotes from like the 1800s of the media stretching newspaper stories and all these things and making up their own quote unquote truth for these stories to sell more papers than the other newspaper companies in town. So media media stretching the truth to get their name out there and to get and to sell merchandise has been a thing since day one.
Paulo says, honestly, this stuff needs to be heard more. Okay. Needs to be like heard more. The black community stuff and things like that. That's facts. What you were saying with the media company doing it to make more money, I don't think that was the reason.
Back then it was because like they had like 2 or 3 newspapers.
Yeah.
But now it's like they realized then that they could get by with it.
Now we're
and it's just like growing and growing and growing.
It's not that.
It's like when you tell that little lie and say, "Okay, I did this because of this," and then 12 years later you're telling this even bigger lie, and it's for a whole different reason.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Don.
But look,
that Walmart joke was great.
Now I think it's done to be deceptive, right? Because most of the news outlets are owned by bigger outlets. Right. And they're controlled by the government.
Right.
So it's like they're putting out these narratives for a reason, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's to create division because as long as, like you said, as long as we're divided, they win.
Exactly. And media is not the same as it used to be. I mean, like I know people that only believe what they read on InfoWars. I know people that only watch CNN. I mean, you can stream media. There's 30,000 different ways to get media now.
Yeah.
And what Lugger is saying, she says she's seeing a lot of black folks on TV now. It's just a Band-Aid, doesn't change thinking.
What does that mean, though?
Well, I'm going to tell you what that means. That means that right now what you're seeing is a lot of black people on TV, but how many of them are representing the community?
The actual black community.
You're just taking money to be a puppet. And basically what they're doing is they're empowering the
people keeping everybody else down.
No, they're empowering, like, let's say that this is school, right? They're empowering the alternative kids. They're empowering the problem kids. They're empowering the people in the AB unit. That's the slow, or what would it be called? What was the proper word for it? I don't want to say.
No, for like the special needs kids.
Yeah, special needs.
Right.
So that's the people that they're empowering. They're giving them the money and say, hey, we're gonna highlight you and say this is what this is down there. Yeah. So now when the rest of the world look at us, they look at us based off of this, and it's like, bro, that's not. We don't even like that.
For sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's crazy. Dawn was feeling that Walmart joke. I reached the point. Can't trust the media. No fact checks. Just I don't view. Yeah, that's facts. I feel that too. But just because it's not an issue that you face, I don't think that it's something that should be overlooked. You feel me? So how do you recruit and change for you guys in terms of high school football for public schools? Have you noticed the best kids stay in the public school now and don't go to private schools? I have noticed that.
I have noticed that 100%. And there's in our area, I say our area. Look, I'm a Hampshire Fernet graduate. It's a really small town. I don't know a whole lot about the schools outside of that, other than the ones that are really good at football. But I think in our area, a lot of that is because people don't have the money to send their kids to private schools anymore.
He's saying in our areas there's big funding for special needs kids. I don't know if there's big funding. I think it is. And I'm going to tell you why I feel like it. Like I said, I don't have the direct knowledge of this, but I think it is because they everything that a kid go through, they put them in special needs now.
Right.
Like My kid, I took them out of school to be homeschooled because my son had a speech impediment. Right. He couldn't pronounce his L's right. So he was like, yo is what he would say. Right. They were like, okay, well, we got to put him in special needs. I'm like, no, he needed like a speech therapist.
So the thing on that, and I know a lot about this because my mom was a special ed teacher. And I mean, she's not anymore, but at the time, and so that's all that Region 5 districts, the whole area. And yeah, there's always been a big, if you have this many special,
appreciate you coming through, brother.
If you have this many special ed or special needs students, whether it's for a speech impediment or something as severe as like Downs or what is that, like Asperger's or whatever, then the autism, there you go, thank you. Then the state gives your school so much money to help with that. So they classify as many kids as they can with this and that to get more money. And it's gotten worse and worse and worse and worse as the years go. The thing, like schools and government, all of it is all a freaking money grab now.
Yes.
They don't care about the kids coming up. They don't care about, all they care about is having good numbers on that state exam and making big money for their school.
Yeah.
And that's the sad fact, is because that these people are the future of America. And they're going to grow up and come out of school and have no understanding of like government and economics and the things that they need to function through for real life stuff.
Yeah, like
the things that we're talking about today. They're not going to know how to understand it.
And that's why I chose to homeschool my kids, because I wasn't about to allow them to put that type of jacket on my son back, and he got to carry that through school, knowing that's not even who he is.
So I'll straight up tell you, I have ADHD, right? And I knew, and I'm dyslexic. And I knew because of my mom being who she was that I could go into special classes. And I did. And I went into assisted classes so that I could be lazy and make really good grades.
Yeah.
Because it was me going, hey, if the system's going to be there, I'm going to work it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I failed myself so hard by doing that.
Yeah.
So hard by doing that.
Big sexy, look at him.
Oh, let's get it out.
You know why, man? Because he turned up a comment. This boy came out his jacket. You.
Who got the comment?
Eternal?
Yeah. Right. What's up?
Well, I feel like there's some Al White playing in the background.
Hey, man, look at it, man.
I would play James Ingram, Find 100 Ways.
Oh,
yes. Look at it.
Oh, yes.
I watched a very interesting story about how people know and feel there's something very wrong and don't make sense. Like Germans at the time of the Holocaust, how did they go along with it? Wow, that's true, man. But that's, you know why? Look, I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is, I believe, the world that we live in is in a spiritual war, right? So social media and stuff is a tool that the devil uses to give a distraction, right? So it takes us away from who we are spiritually and make us focus more on the flesh, right? The physical. So it detaches you from your true power of your spirituality and the connection that you have with God. Because instead of you praying and being in your oneness with God, you're giving more time to social media. Let me see what's going on with this. We know too much. So, and the Bible says we walk by faith and not by sight. The devil is giving us a lot to see, so we won't be using our faith. You feel me? So it's a distraction.
I agree with that a lot. I'm gonna not. I don't say that you're wrong, but I've got another opinion on that as well. Have you ever seen anybody in a narcissistic relationship? You have a really good friend, and they think this woman or this man loves them so much, and they're the best person ever, and all they're doing is beating them down day in and day out, and day in and day out, and all they do is protect that person, and they think they have to have that person. Yes, that's called
what syndrome is it?
Mann.
Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm.
Yeah.
Same principle.
Yeah.
Same principle. You think that what you're doing is right, and you think you're happy because you've been told and told and told and told that you're good and you're happy and this is a great thing. And then eventually you decide, you know what, I'm lying to myself and I'm not happy, and you look around and you realize how bad it really is.
Well,
I think that's what that is.
We're saying the same thing, though.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Because that's what that distraction. See, what I've learned from being in church recently, man, is, you know, sin comes with a multitude of sin. Right. So when that distraction comes, it opens up the door for more sin. That's how the spirit of depression creeps in. That's
got
how
you.
the lust of the flesh creep in. With all this other stuff. So you have these multiple issues because you let one piece of sin creep in.
Yeah. I feel that. I totally, I 100% agree with you.
You're right, MT. We are in the upside down, the spiritual.
Yes.
Politicians bicker with each other and who's hype shit up, and then they have to go once a year at Christmas time.
We should all get along.
Oh my God, yes.
Yes, it is a spiritual war. Yeah, facts. I laid down TV about 6 years ago.
Same. I watch some Netflix every now and then and chill.
I watch some TV every now and then, but I definitely make sure that I get into my prayer, and give my proper time to God.
I watch a little Yellowstone and here and there shows, but
I just learned about Yellowstone earlier today. That's crazy you said that.
It's pretty legit. I was really nervous about watching it because I grew up in that life, and I was like, they're gonna get it wrong, but it's not.
Done. That is good.
that would be hilarious.
It says, I think politicians need to wear suits like NASCAR drivers with all their sponsors displayed on it so we know who's in control.
I've heard of that.
I've
heard that before, and I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Right there.
All right.
To quote a line from a song. Oh, so that was a line from a song.
Oh, I guess.
We'll let you guys live in Texas. What's your opinion on your state basically correcting the curriculum, eliminating critical race theory? Oh, Lord.
Bro, so
that slavery never existed.
I don't know anything about Texas saying slavery don't exist. I'm going to tell you, some people say that slavery absolutely existed.
No, they had a thing where they were trying to...
Well, that's stupid.
That's the reason, but see, that's the reason why it took so long for Juneteenth to be recognized as a holiday.
Bro, I remember celebrating Juneteenth.
Did you know that
we were in school? I was celebrating Juneteenth.
Did you know that Juneteenth was originally declared in Galveston, Texas?
Yeah, that's where the slaves
were originally let free.
I like to hear more knowledge and facts about stuff like that.
I found that out when we were in Galveston on a ghost tour of all things. Yeah,
that's crazy. Same here, TV is trash. Facts.
TV is trash.
Stop watching TV.
Speaking of trash.
Yeah. DJ, I've been listening to Brother Melvin talking about for a couple months. Okay, I'm about to check into him.
What's that?
Brother Melvin on the Coffee and Bible Hour. It sounds interesting.
Coffee and Bible Hour sounds amazing as it is.
Look,
so I'm gonna tell you,
man, what my brisket?
I got you.
Speaking of coffee and Bible, so I don't know why, but just hearing that made me think of. So I spent a lot of my time in the duck blind, and some of my most spiritual, connected to God moments in my life have been sitting in the marsh, watching the sun come up, listening to the world wake up around me. And just, dude, you cannot sit there and look at that beautiful sunrise and deny the fact that God's in control.
Bro,
you cannot.
You know what's crazy? My pastor, man, just preached about that. He just talked about that in Bible study Tuesday night. That same exact thing. How being out there, man, and just seeing the things that, that God created in the form that he created it. Like
100%, bro. Like, so.
But once again, not around
distraction.
But I'm saying you're not around distraction.
Exactly.
But think about it from the beginning, before all these distractions and stuff. That's what we was. We was outside.
Yep. Because I'll tell you right now, I was on the bayou, on Taylor's Bayou with a buddy of mine, Taylor, and I had a lot going on in my life, and I didn't know which direction to go with things, and we'd been drinking, and he showed me this sermon from Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Talking about you're not in control of your life. You don't know what tomorrow brings. Quit trying to run things. And I was like, man, that's crazy. And I got out of the boat right there on the sandbar and hit my knees and prayed for God to take control of my life.
I remember, bro.
And that is, dude, in nature with God, where he created, that is the most amazing thing.
When Jesus went and fasted, that's what he did. He got away from everybody, and it was him and the earth. You feel me?
Yes.
He just went and got around just nature.
Yes.
And gotten back into his oneness.
Yes.
So you can get that connection with God again, and you have to fast, man. Get away from all the distractions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Weaken the flesh and strengthen the spirit.
Right.
You feel me? So that's exactly what I mean.
My outdoor podcast, we encourage people to reach out to us all the time, but that's like one of my new goals with it is I want to bring people into the light of God hunting and fishing.
That's a good comment, Chad. The way things are going will change. Hard times make hard men make soft times make soft men.
That's right.
Soft men make hard times.
I just seen that on
Smooth sails don't
Instagram.
make good sailors. Yeah.
Smooth
seas don't make good sailors. Yeah.
I just seen it on Instagram. That's crazy.
A ship is safe in the harbor, but that's not where it was built for.
Exactly. 100%.
Well, look at y'all with the quotes, man.
Man.
The quote podcast.
Good horses
What
don't make
advice you
good
can
cowboys.
give to the generation of children right now? My advice to the children of this generation is to conform not to the ways of this world. You feel me? You got to get back to what your ancestors was doing and see what works, because what's going on now is not working. And if you're looking at material gains, you lost. You feel me? Because all material things are gonna pass away. First, put your sights on things of heaven. You feel me? Not of these things in the world, because all this stuff is gonna pass away. And if you want to pass away with it, then go ahead and chase all the material stuff. But we trying to get to something everlasting, man.
Different level.
Yeah, facts.
So my advice to kids is this, and this sounds a little grim, but
Yeah,
for a small amount of time, I dug graves for a living. Every grave's the same size. You can't bring a damn thing with you. It's all about what you leave behind. Leave a good legacy.
I'm bringing my flip-flops with me.
For Tide Jets says, I have no belief in a God. How does sunrise prove the existence of God? Well, look, brother or sister, I don't know which one it is. If you don't have no belief in God, then I'm not
changing your mind.
Yeah, and I'm not here to try to change your mind.
In my eyes,
much love and respect to you, bro.
Right.
In our eyes, we're not saying that it proves God's existence, but we are saying, man, what a pretty painting.
I did say that there's no way you can look at that and deny God.
To me, it proves God's existence, but that's because I believe that no one else can create that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. Because I did say that you can't look at that and deny that God's real. Because in my opinion, that's the way I feel.
It's not, and I don't knock it. That's not even my opinion. That's my belief.
Yeah, there you go. That's much better word.
So if you believe something different, hey, more power to you, brother. I'm not hating on you. I couldn't agree. Going and just sitting in the woods during deer season just helps recenter me. You feel me?
All the time.
You feel me? Hey, y'all. If y'all want some good tacos, West Smoke something. You took your logo off.
I'm still hiding my
Bree, how you know about Old West Smoke Company? What you know about that taco truck? Oh, yeah. I didn't know. Thank you. I'm sorry about the brisket joke earlier. That was his fault.
Yes, for me, it's a cup of coffee, watching the sky grow light, having a special vibe.
Hey, you want to know
That's some
something?
Country stuff done,
you
want
to know
something? The sky grow light.
But the biggest thing that I've learned watching sunrises. Let me tell you this right here, and this is the most honest to goodness spiritual thing I've ever learned on my own. Is that the darkest and the coldest that the day is right before the most beautiful time. The darkest and the coldest that it is in the marsh is literally 10 times darker, way colder.
Yeah.
And then the next thing you know, the beautiful sunrise is right behind
Start heating up.
Right behind it. And it's the most beautiful thing in front of you. And that's exactly how life goes. You got to go through the bad to appreciate the good in front of you.
For sure. Did you know the word slave came from Slav? My heritage is Slav. What?
Slavic.
Slavic. What is it?
Yeah, it's like a
it's
Russian.
I don't.
Russia.
I'm gonna have to look because I want to say that's close to.
Slaves to the Turks for over 500 years, and still now in 2023 we are slaves.
There are slaves.
It's Russian, Ukrainian, and Belarusian, East Slavic.
That's crazy, Eternal. That's crazy. I hate to hear that.
Yeah, for sure. And that definitely still slaves to this day. You feel me? I'm talking about not even just there, just all over. You feel me?
Yeah. Don, I don't know nothing about that.
You guys thoughts on government wanting to ban the sale of gas stoves.
I saw a couple memes about that, but I haven't read anything about it.
I ain't heard nothing about it.
I heard of so I didn't read it. I didn't study it. Hey, my boy Texas Eagle, what's up, bro? He from the 409 also. From over by Orange.
Okay, we were in Orange today.
Yeah, we were. Our food truck was in Orange.
Yeah, Old West was slinging tacos in Orange today.
Slinging meat in Orange, yeah.
Damn right, slinging meat in the first city.
Fruit City, baby.
For real, man. Smash that like button for sure, for sure. Let's see, we're gonna get to a couple more before we get out of here, man. The world's so fast paced, it can be a huge distraction. Big facts. It seems
It's designed that way.
For real. With you guys, if I met you guys, but I'm Catholic and I can't get along with Christians or positive people. I feel like
I ain't better than you, brother.
At all. And look, let me tell you something.
And God is no respecter of men.
And look, let me tell you something else, man. Catholic, I'm Kojic.
My dad's Catholic, man.
Baptist, whatever. It doesn't even matter. I'm gonna tell you why. Because in the Bible, man, God said He's coming back for
all of us.
He said He's gonna get a church from within the church, from out of a church is what He said. You're gonna get a church from out of a church. What that means is a church. Church is the people. It's not the building. It's not the religion. It's not the denomination. It's the people. You feel me? So He's gonna get people from amongst a group of people. He didn't say He was coming back for pastors, bishops, Catholic, Baptists. None of these things are just things that's earthly. You feel me? He's gonna get people from all type of different religions or however you serve, whatever your denomination is. You feel me? If you've been living your life right, man, according to the word of God, bro, we all gonna be caught up and going on to heaven together. We trying to get the elevator to go up. You hear me?
Anywhere 3 or more gathered in His name is a church.
Man, I'll tell you this, Anthony. Until you said that, that you feel like people think that they're better than you because they're not Catholic, man. I was vibing with you the whole time. I don't think I would ever. It's a matter of respect, man. No matter what religion you are, I'm gonna respect you as a human. Bro.
But I get him though.
No, I understand what he's saying.
Yeah,
I 100% feel what he's saying, dude.
Sure.
You definitely have people out there that's like that, man. But yeah, that's not us, and they don't represent for all Christians.
Correct.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I grew up in Brimstone.
Same. Pentecostal church.
Yeah, me too.
You grew up in Pentecostal?
Yeah. Hellfire and Brimstone.
So I was mad at God for 20 years. Then once someone read Bible cover to cover, it was blown away.
What? That's 100% true.
Look, let me tell you, man. I had something similar. I was never mad at God. But I did have this thing, man. Where I wasn't praying. I was doing me. I wasn't in church. And my mom had been telling me for the longest, you should read Proverbs. You feel me? You should read Proverbs. And this went on for probably like a year and a half, man, maybe 2 years. And I had been studying psychology, sociology, and all this stuff. And then I opened up the Bible and I just say, you know what? The first thing I say, I'm going to start Proverbs from the beginning. And I read a part in Proverbs, first chapter, man, where it says, the fear of God is the beginning of knowledge. And it just blew my mind. Because I understood at that moment, all the things that I had been studying, trying to build my knowledge on, this is what it all comes from.
Because when the Bible, you read further into that study, do some stuff like that. I used to be a youth pastor, so I know a little bit about it, not everything, but the phrase, the fear of God,
is reverence.
It's reverence, respect. It's the respect of God.
Yeah.
When you begin to respect and understand God and have that respect, you begin to not know things. You begin to know things.
You understand your position in life.
Absolutely, and what your purpose
is.
Because
at that time, I was living crazy, and I was still. Yeah, I would. I was gang banging, and you know what it come to realize is when you understand what God designed you to do, you hurting your brothers when you should be loving your brothers. Absolutely. We should be helping each other through this life instead of fighting each other because of what you looking at me like that for. 100%. You feel me?
No, yeah, 100%. I did.
Yeah. So, yo, man.
God is a cool dude.
You feel me?
That's what's up.
That's why I say what he found.
Like NF said, if money is where you find happiness, you'll always be poor.
Hey, I like that line too, man. I forget what song is that, Texas Eagle?
I love NF.
Man, they put me on there.
Really? Yeah, dude. Bro.
Lyricist.
Man,
gonna tell you what.
I'm finding out, bro. I found out.
When I was cleaning up off some things in my life,
yeah,
and I was kind of getting back into. Yeah, that's where I.
Man, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Should they come do some in-depth reactions with me?
Oh,
y'all let me know.
Oh man.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna get goosebumps.
For sure, bro.
So big they call moose bombs.
Yeah. You ever seen a big bearded guy cry? Yeah, that's what you're gonna see.
I want to prove that God and Jesus existed. That's my logic.
It is hard to believe some of the Bible stuff, but I'm gonna tell you this: when you lack the understanding and knowledge, of course, it's hard to believe it.
Mm-hmm.
When you expand your knowledge, you do some studying about stuff. Some of the stuff don't make sense to me either, but I'm also not, 2 million years old, like the earth and Jesus and everything else.
But at the same time, man,
I don't have that amount of knowledge in me. How would I understand it?
But right. At the same time, man, when we read the Bible, we pray and ask for, heavenly wisdom, ask for God to open up that, because the Bible is a mystery if you don't allow God to open up your understanding to the Bible.
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
So that's step one. And step two is to understand that we can't always go off of what we see.
Absolutely.
Because you got to realize God is omnipresent, but we don't see him.
Correct.
Right? That's because the world that he's viewing us in and the world that we're in is not the same. So it's a spiritual world around us.
We're in the upside down.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So you can't even how can you come? And I looked at it like this: if I created this laptop that we own, right, and you're the letter M, if you try to understand me, the only thing you know how to understand is M. Right. You can't understand nothing else. So you try to figure me out, you're gonna mess your whole processing up
because you don't understand that.
Because you can't understand it. So
exactly.
Hey, just go off of your faith. That's what faith is. Faith is not always what you see.
Faith the size of a mustard
You feel
seed,
me?
you know what I'm saying?
That's it. All right, man, we're going to get to some more and then we're going to get out of here, man. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and rocking with us.
Yeah, this has been a great time.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys for coming through, man. I enjoyed it.
Just me, Joy, send me an invite.
For sure.
Russian, that's what's up.
For sure, Joy. All right, y'all, we are out, man. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget, check us out at Old West Smoke Company.
For sure, yeah, definitely check out Old West Smoke Company. Like them on
TikTok, Instagram, Facebook.
For sure. Redheaded niggas say please come back. For sure, we got y'all. They want y'all back, man. So look, we out, man. It's your boy DJ Man. Just
with Old West.
Jeremy. Hey, y'all check out the Activated Outdoors podcast too.
For sure, definitely, man. Appreciate y'all. We out.